organization. Representative Reuben Kewin is accused of sexually harassing an aide during his 2016 congressional campaign. Pelosi released a statement saying the young woman's account is convincing. Kewin released a statement apologizing to the staff member for anything he may have done to make her feel uncomfortable, but added that he didn't recall any harassment. President Trump's not happy at the outcome of a trial involving a man who's been deported 5 times. USA's Chris Barnes reports.
On Twitter, President Trump called the verdict regarding Jose Garcia Zarate disgraceful. Zarate found not guilty on Thursday of murder charges for the 2015 shooting death of Kate Steinle in San Francisco. Trump also tweeted, "Build the wall." For USA Radio News, I'm Chris Barnes.
This is USA Radio News.
Hi, I'm Wayne Alaroot. I was one of the biggest critics of Obama in the national media. Suddenly, I was under massive IRS attack. So I hired Sam Landis. Sam did an amazing job. We won twice. I didn't owe a penny. Thank you, Sam Landis. Many of you have IRS problems, and you've spent thousands with non-lawyer tax resolution firms. Do yourself a favor. Call Sam Landis for a free consultation. Trust me, Sam Landis is the best. Sam saved my life. Call Sam at 800-WE-HELP-YOU with the letter U. That's toll free. 800-WE-HELP-YOU with the letter U. 800-WE-HELP-YOU.
Walmart is pulling a T-shirt that advocates lynching journalists. USA's Chris Barnes has more.
Walmart says it was made aware on Wednesday of a shirt on its Walmart.com site that's being sold by a third-party seller that includes the words "rope, tree, journalist, some assembly required." The retailer pulling the shirt after it was alerted by a Press Freedom Association that it was the only major retailer selling it. The Radio Television Digital News Association saying at least 48 journalists have been killed around the world so far this year alone. For USA Radio News, I'm Chris Barnes.
Congresswoman Jackie Speer is promoting the Me Too Congress Act in the weekly Democratic address.
For too long, in too many workplaces, men and women have been propositioned, grabbed, licked, kissed, and groped. They've seen their careers crumble into dust through no fault of their own.
She says victims will be empowered by the Me Too Act.
Now, survivors are stepping forward to say, "Me too." They are saying that they will no longer be silenced by powerful men, by high-priced lawyers, and by restrictive non-disclosure agreements.
She stressed that the Me Too Congress Act will bring transparency and accountability to Congress. The Me Too movement is a platform for victims of harassment to speak out and garner support for their experiences. For USA Radio News, I'm Wendy King.
You became a nurse for a lot of reasons. You care about people and you love taking care of them. Being a nurse is who you are. But today, many medical facilities require nursing candidates to have bachelor's degrees. So you're probably going to want to have that degree. But you work. You may have a family. How can you possibly fit getting your bachelor's degree in your already tight schedule? With the online RN to BSN Bridge program at Independence University. Our online learning model helps you balance your work, your family, and your desire to move up in your nursing career. Class sizes are small and personal, and we're 100% focused on helping you through the program so you can earn your degree. An IU's Online RN to BSN program is accredited by the Commission on Collegiate Nursing Education. Our goal is to help you achieve your goals. Independence University's Online RN to BSN program. Call now.
888-904-1986. 888-904-1986. 888-904-1986. That's 888-904-1986.
Welcome to the Garden America Radio Show, the country's most listened to gardening program. This is your chance to talk about gardening, horticulture, landscaping, in fact, anything that has to do in the world of gardening. The phone lines are open right now at 855-424-9825. That's 855-424-9825. Or send us your questions and comments to john@gardenamerica.com. Now, here's Bryan Main, John Bagnasco, and Tiger Palafox on Biz Talk Radio and the Garden America Radio Network.
And a very pleasant good morning. Hello, one and all. Happy weekend. It is 6 minutes after the hour. Welcome once again to Garden America, welcoming those who are streaming us worldwide. And, of course, those of you on Facebook Live who are watching us here in studio, thank you so much for joining us. Tiger Palafox to my right, John Bagnasco to my left. Great show lined up today. We are happy, raring to go. John is tan, rested, and ready. Tiger, you're always
tan, rested, and ready last week.
You're always rested.
Are you
you're
vacationing again?
In his backyard.
You know what's funny is I'm watching you on Facebook, and it looks like you're chewing.
Really?
Because there's nothing coming out of his mouth?
You know what that is? That's TMJ.
Is it?
Probably. I grind my teeth a lot. I'm not sure I want to be seen now. You've embarrassed me. People are going to be looking at me going, you know, John is right. Why is he doing that? I'm looking at you on Facebook and looking good. We should probably get started, huh?
Yeah.
We need some rain, guys.
Yeah, you know, it's been we had a lot of rain early in the year and then nothing, right? We had record rainfall.
October.
So far, nothing. I heard that there's a La Nina out in the ocean, Pacific Ocean.
La Nina is feminine, right?
Yes.
The little girl.
The little girl, as opposed to La Nino.
El Nino.
El Nino.
Yeah.
The little girl is dry and cold.
That's not good.
No,
that's not good at all.
not for us.
So we do need rain. So,
however, the last time they said there was that monster El Nino was 2 years ago, right? And we didn't get any rain at all.
Nothing happened.
And then
last year was supposed to be no El Nino, and we got more rain than we've had in a long time.
We got drenched. I'm just wondering if the reservoirs have enough rain to get us through this drought. You know, if enough has been stored
first year, sure.
Yeah.
Okay, so we should be fine. So what does that mean to those who are living in those dry areas? Obviously, water more.
Right. And also you have to consider, one of the things I think John mentioned this a few weeks ago, that people don't always consider is those large established plants, those large trees, those large hedges, because over drought years, they use up the water table down below.
Right.
And those large trees and shrubs usually can tap into it with ease and not need a lot of water. But after 3, 4, 5 years of drought, maybe 1 year of rain and then another year of drought, the reservoirs down below are gone, and you'll start to see those big trees, those big hedges show effects now. So this is the time of year when you have to watch out for that. You've got to make sure to give them a bit of supplemental water, and also one of the things keeping them healthy keeps the bugs away. So, and I know in the second hour we're going to be talking to John Valentino with John and Bob's Soil Optimizer, which will also be something that people want to consider to keep the plants healthy and strong through these times of year.
Yeah, his products do a lot, almost everything. Whatever your problem is, whether it's hard soil, whether it's getting more moisture into the ground, he'll be the one to talk to, and he's on hour number 2, John. Of course, you know that.
I do know that because I do the newsletter. Hey, we had a posting. Betty from northern Arizona said that it's starting to get cold up there.
Well, as somebody who went to school in Flagstaff myself, yes, this would be the time of year where you're looking at snow and freezing temperatures.
Well, her question is, will her rosemary survive?
You'd have to bring it inside, wouldn't she?
Well, it depends how cold it is. My grandmother used to grow rosemary outdoors year-round in Detroit, Michigan.
But she did something to protect it, I'm sure.
Yeah, my grandfather used to build he had some old windows. You know the old wood windows? What
Right.
are those called, sashes or something?
Right, that gave you no insulation at all?
Yeah. But he would build almost like a little greenhouse around the rosemary, which was right up against the house. So it had some protection from the house and then the little bit of extra heat. So if you give it some protection, Betty, it should be able to survive the winter.
Okay, it does get cold there, John. It's like living in Michigan.
Yeah.
It gets real cold.
Well, Michigan was snow. And
it's Flagstaff is too.
Right.
Lots of snow and cold temperatures.
And there's also, if you Google rosemary varieties on the internet, there are some varieties that are more frost tolerant or cold tolerant than other varieties. So those would be the ones you want. Just like gardenias. You know, gardenias are tender plants. There's no way they're going to live outdoors in a northern climate. But areas where you do get, slight freezes, there's one called frost-proof. So you can extend the area of the where plants will adapt a little bit more.
So, Betty, it would help to know what kind you have. But either way, John's suggestions, I think, are good.
Yeah, with some protection, you should be able to get it to go through.
Okay. Do you see any other early
And of
questions?
course, like you said, if you bring it indoors, if you have it in a container
Right.
and you overwinter those indoors, it should work.
Do you see any other early Facebook questions?
No, do you?
I don't, but I'm sure we'll get some. And also, you can email John at gardenamerica.com with your questions. And some people, hey, still pick up the phone and call us at 855-424-9825. But the email and Facebook seem to be the most popular way to get an immediate answer. And you can also talk amongst yourselves on Facebook as well.
Do you know what happens on Monday?
Monday is December 4th. And is this some kind of changing of the season day?
No. It's my book is available for...
What?
Your book
Yeah.
is going to be officially available?
Ta-da. See this?
Well, why don't you show the people on Facebook? Show the listeners at home.
It's called Success with Succulents, and I wrote it with Bob Reed-Miller. And it's available for order now on both Amazon and Walmart. And you can go and order it now, and they'll ship it out on Monday. But I thought this was interesting, is on Friday, I went out and took a look at Amazon to see it being offered. And I found that there was about 50 used copies available
Wait a second.
at discount prices.
Wait a minute. Used copies already,
Yeah.
but it's not
And
available yet.
it's not even out.
Well, Amazon, you could pre-order on Amazon as of a couple of months ago, right?
Right.
But
Now you order and they'll ship it right out. But you can also get a discount copy from one of those used vendors.
that's unbelievable. Okay, so Monday the book
I'm
is
thinking what
officially
happens
available.
is I'm thinking that the publisher sends out review copies.
That's what it is.
And
yeah.
if you get a lot of review copies of books, you
You're
know
like,
that you don't
"Oh."
really want, you just put them on Amazon and sell them.
Now, do you have the ability to read these reviews?
If there are reviews, there are 2 reviews already.
And what have they said?
One gave us a 4, the other one gave us a 5.
But that's out of 25, isn't it?
No, that's out of 5.
I'm kidding.
The one that gave us a 4 was actually the best review. And part of it was, I think, in Italian.
Well, I'd be interested to see what Deborah Lee Baldwin has to say about that.
Yeah.
I would go by her review.
You know, Deborah would just be nice, but my book is not as good as Deborah's book.
But it's a good book, John.
It is a
I'm
good
a little
book.
surprised you went into the succulent field, though, myself.
Well, I'm working on my 4th book right now, which will be about roses, polyantha roses.
There you go.
Yeah.
As the
about
rosarian you
time.
are. Hey, you know, it's about time for the quote of the week here, and then we're going to tease our guest who will be joining us after the break. So let's get to the quote and talk a little bit about that.
All right. Well, you know, the article in the newsletter this week was about E.B. LaGrice, who was a rose breeder in the 60s and 70s and bred some unusual color roses. And that article's about him. So the quote of the week is a quote from him, and the quote goes, "To grow roses is easy. To grow roses well is not hard, but to grow the best roses demands and repays all the care and skill that we can lavish upon them." And that was E.B. LaGrice, Edward Burton LaGrice. as
Edward
you know
Burton.
him.
That's how I know him by. Hey, you spoke of the newsletter earlier. People, very simple. If you don't get the newsletter, go to our website, gardenamerica.com.
That's right.
And
People
then what do
sign
they do?
up for it every week.
What do they do when they go to the website, John, on that homepage?
Upper right-hand corner, just
Yes.
put in your email address, and we'll send it out to you every Friday. Also, a word of warning is that we don't just randomly send this out. You have to sign up for it.
And we don't share the information.
Right. But if you unsubscribe, we cannot subscribe you again.
And I don't know why that is, but I've heard you say that before.
Yeah, I don't know why it is either.
So don't unsubscribe.
Yeah,
Even if we send it, even if we forward it to them.
Yeah, you don't have to open it. And if you open it, you don't have to read the whole thing. It just comes out once a week.
But
on
you should.
Friday.
It's a great newsletter.
Oh, yeah, we do have people that religiously read
Right.
it.
It
every
talks about
week.
upcoming guests. You have a featured article in there. People share pictures. We do encourage you. You can send us pictures for the newsletter. We can post them on Facebook. What's growing in your backyard, front yard? What kind of critters are you spotting? Anything like that. Okay, we are going to take a break. It is 16 minutes after the hour. Coming back after the break with our guest from Husqvarna. Is that right, Tiger?
Yeah, we're going to be talking with Jeffrey Espinosa from Husqvarna
Okay.
about some of the new fun tools they have.
All right, absolutely. And again, John at GardenAmerica.com or questions and comments, Facebook Live, or 855-424-9825. Coming right back.
Hi, this is environment in mind. I recommend Milorganite Organic Nitrogen Fertilizer for all your growing needs. From plants to people, active growth requires energy, nutrients, and a balanced diet. Nutrient-rich Milorganite feeds the soil and plants for up to 10 weeks. The non-burning, non-leaching formula provides a natural, slow, and consistent flow of nutrients. Trust the active for 90 years. Milorganite. Visit milorganite.com for a garden center near you.
Do you have a small yard and think you don't have the room for fruit trees? Well, think again. Dave Wilson Nursery wants to show you how to grow great tasting fruits like peaches, apples, pluots, and much more in small areas, even in patio containers too. It's called Backyard Orchard Culture. You get step-by-step information via the Fruit Tube videos at davewilson.com. That's where you'll find the closest nursery to you that carries Dave Wilson's quality fruit trees. Start the backyard orchard of your dreams at davewilson.com.
Hi, I'm Joan London. If you're worried about your parent or loved one living alone, like I was, and you want reliable senior care information, then call A Place for Mom, the nation's largest senior living referral service.
Finding an apartment that was on the courtyard with the view of the trees, the view of the ducks, the stream, the creek, all of that, that was what I needed.
You'll get free information on assisted living, Alzheimer's care, nursing homes, even important financial information. Here's the number.
To speak to a local senior living advisor, call A Place for Mom at 800-506-0320. That's 800-506-0320.
A Place for Mom is a free service, and you can trust them to help you. So if you're struggling to find reliable senior living information, there's a place for answers, A Place for Mom.
To speak to a local senior living advisor, call A Place for Mom at 800-506-0320. That's 800-506-0320.
If you're 85 or younger, would you like peace of mind and comfort for your family? We're Final Expense Direct with an urgent message for you. The average funeral today costs over $8,000, but the most you'll get from government benefits is $255. How will your family pay the difference? We can help. Our senior plans start as low as just $1 a day and pay up to $30,000 for a funeral and other final expenses. Peace of mind is easy. There's no medical exam. You'll have lifetime coverage, and your plan can't be canceled as long as you pay your premiums. Call now for free information about our senior plans. Answer a few simple questions and receive approval right on the phone. Plus, call right now and we'll give you a discount prescription card for free. Call 800-595-6619. That's 800-595-6619. Again, 800-595-6619.
Tired of paying outrageous prices for Viagra? Well, we have great news for you. Now you can finally get Viagra at huge discounts. Healthy Man allows you to save up to $500 on Viagra. Why pay U.S. pharmacy prices of $15 per pill or more when you can get Viagra for less than $3 a pill? Call today and get 40 Viagra pills for only $99. This can cost as much as $600 at your local pharmacy. You can't afford not to call us. If you want Viagra at the lowest prices, never pay $15 a pill pharmacy prices again. Get Viagra for less than $3 a pill. Call 1-800-521-9579 today and save up to $500 and get 40 pills for just $99. Healthy Man is fast, easy, and affordable. Operators are waiting at 1-800-521-9579 to take your call right now. Call 1-800-521-9579. That's 1-800-521-9579. Again, 1-800-521-9579.
Biz Talk Radio.
Welcome back to the Garden America Radio Show with Bryan, John, and Tiger. The phone lines are open right now at 855-424-9825. That's 855-424-9825. Or John at gardenamerica.com.
We are so happy you've joined us this morning, whether you're streaming us or watching us on Facebook. Thank you so much. Giving you a kind of a preview of what the studio looks like here. John Bagnasco, I'm Bryan Main, Tiger Palafox. John at gardenamerica.com. Questions and comments. Also Facebook Live as we continue to monitor Facebook. And Biz Talk Radio, 855-424-9825. Going to have fun today and learn a lot. Tiger, we've got somebody waiting with a lot of information.
Yeah, I'm so excited to be talking with Jeffrey with Husqvarna because people think of Husqvarna and they think of a lot of products.
I think of a motorcycle.
I was going to say, number one, gas-powered tools,
Yep.
motorcycles, all kinds of equipment. Years of experience in the industry, though.
Right.
Whether it's forestry, lawn and garden, they have a lot of experience. And believe it or not, they've been leading the industry also in some of these very unique battery-operated tools, whether it be the auto mower or some of their battery line tools.
Now, you say auto mower. We have one in the studio.
Yeah, and so excited to share more information about it. Jeffrey, good morning. How are you?
Good morning, gentlemen. How are you guys doing today?
Yeah, we're doing well. We're doing well. Hey, so we're really excited to talk to you today about some of the products. But let's start off with telling our listeners who you are and what Husqvarna is.
Great, yeah. So as your guest mentioned, we are a global manufacturer of outdoor power equipment. Husqvarna Group, under the parent company, has a pretty rich legacy of making things, everything from, as you mentioned, motorcycles. But we have a very long history of making things as far back as the 1600s when the company inaugurated making muskets for the King of Sweden.
Wow.
Throughout the different industrial ages, we morphed into a manufacturer of bicycles, into motorcycles. Obviously, the natural transition with a two-stroke engine led to a progression to make chainsaws. So a lot of guys who hear the name Husqvarna may actually find us in Joanna Fabric's sewing machine store as well. So we've gotten into appliances. If you actually went to Sweden, we have a dedicated museum to kind of showcase our company. We're kind of the pride of Sweden, I guess, next to IKEA as well. But it's a pretty cool company, and I work as a territory manager for Southern California, and I oversee our dealer network who sells our products.
I'm just blown away by everything you do. And going back to the 1600s, my mind just blew up right there. Where did the name Husqvarna come from? What's the origin of the name?
Actually, that's a great question. So Husqvarna is a Swedish term for house by the water. So there's an actual town in Sweden called Husqvarna, and that's where the company was birthed out of. Obviously now, as we've grown to be a major global conglomerate, our headquarters are in Stockholm. But yeah, our manufacturing plant and our place of operations is still there. So
awesome.
You can Google and research it, and you can kind of see what we're all about. I think we're one of the oldest manufacturers in the world, if you think about it. Over 326, 27 years is a pretty long lifespan. And the way we like to market ourselves now, because if you think about it, in order to survive that long, we've had to continue to reinvent ourselves. So I like to label us as the oldest startup in the world. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
it went from swords to two-stroke engines.
Yeah, and hey,
and now to robotics.
Well, let's talk about that real quick for a minute, and because people are going to look at this auto mower and they're going to say, "Oh, wow, this is new," but it's not new, right? You guys have been doing this for years.
Yeah, you'll be surprised to know that it's kind of been hidden from the American public, in part because of the culture and just the timing involved. But we have a really strong market presence in Europe. We've sold year to date over 1 million of these units in households all across Europe. So it's something we've been, and we're really excited to show the next progression, kind of leveraging some of the technology that we have accessible to us today, with AI and things like that. So we're veterans at this.
Now, we've got one in the studio here. People watching us on Facebook can obviously see it. Am I correct in assuming that it's much like what the robotic vacuum cleaners do for people inside when they want to vacuum their rugs?
Yeah, that's the first impression. That's what everyone thinks, and people are kind of wondering, does it collect the grass, and is there a little collection place for it? And it's, in face value, it does look like that, but it's not necessarily the best comparison, but it does bounce around, I guess, as you can say, the lawn. similar to the way a Roomba would.
Okay.
However, it's different in the sense that obviously it's a lawnmower. So a lawnmower is designed to cut grass versus.
John, you had a question?
Well, someone asked me a question.
On Facebook?
And because I was telling them about it, and we do have a link on our website to a video where you can see how this works, right? If you go to gardentube.com, I think it's the very first video that's posted there, and you can see how this works. But this is someone who's had experience cutting lawns, and they said, so does this automatically cut off the tops of your sprinkler heads? So I guess that he wants to know, is it safe for sprinkler heads? Does it have to be set to a certain height, or how does it work?
You know, that's a great question. Obviously, that's something that our R&D guys had to take in consideration. There's a lot of other competitors out there that are trying to get into this space. Because we operate under a system that uses small blades, the amount of inertia generated to actually cut off a sprinkler head would be quite large. So there's some guys out there that use a single large blade, which essentially could be dangerous for objects in the ground. But I'll be able to connect a YouTube link. We've shown that we can put some plastic toys underneath the automower, and it actually hardly scratches a dent. So the way this is designed is it's just enough force to cut the tip of a grass blade and nothing more. So it's enough to cut grass, but not enough to like chop off a finger. You know what I mean?
Okay, so it's obviously it's relatively safe.
It's very safe. Yeah.
Okay.
So, Brian, you can lay your towel out on the lawn and lay down and get a suntan and not worry about getting run over while the grass is being cut.
And watch it go back and forth and cut my grass.
Yeah.
That's outstanding.
And I will tell people that we have a display unit at the nursery with this running.
Oh, in Mission Hills?
In Mission Hills. And it's out there for the public. We have a school nearby. Kids are constantly picking it up. Kids are bumping into it. People are grabbing it.
And no problem.
No problems whatsoever. I lifted it up just a second ago to show the camera for Facebook Live to show what the blades are. They're little razor blades, and they actually get tucked in when it's not spinning. The only time that they're out is when it is spinning. And even so, like you said, if it hits a sprinkler, it folds back in real quick.
Oh.
Yeah. So.
Okay, we're going to take a break. Coming right back with our guest from Husqvarna. And again, questions by calling 855-424-9825. Also, John at GardenAmerica.com. Facebook Live. Questions, comments as well. Tiger Palafox, John Bagnasco, I'm Bryan Main. This is Garden America, your Saturday morning as we step aside, taking a break, coming right back.
There's more than one way to invest in your education. Investing in the right products, securities, and real estate generates secure and sound futures. What about an investment that retains its value? Consider college real estate. College real estate can provide housing for students and generate returns for their families. Through this special offer from Austin iLabs, you can download the free workbook from collegerealestate.com to see if this investment is right for you. Go to collegerealestate.com/radio.
Attention business owners and independent contractors. This is a money-saving message from Tax Mediation Services. If your business owes $20,000 or more in taxes, we can help you today, right now. Listen, dealing with the IRS is no picnic. It's an intimidating and extremely stressful process, and you don't want to go it alone. Our attorneys know every law, every tax break, and every possible opportunity to help you resolve and reduce your tax debt. And if you owe more than $20,000, you may be at the top of their hit list. So don't take your tax debt lightly, because it will not go away on its own. The IRS can seize your bank accounts, your home, and even shut down your business. Call our tax experts today at 1-800-711-6812 and let us deal with the IRS while you focus on your business. That's 1-800-711-6812. Again, that's 800-711-6812.
My name is Jim. I'm a veteran, and I lost both legs in Vietnam. My victory was proving that disability is not a limitation.
I'm Julius. I'm a veteran. My victory was going from homeless to home.
At DAV, we're on a mission, helping veterans of all generations get the benefits they've earned.
I'm Cece. My victory was finishing my education.
When America's veterans win, we all win. Help us support more victories for veterans. Go to DAV.org.
Investing is a long-term process. How many times can you think of in the last decade that the stock market has destroyed retirement funds for people just like you and me? For your existing IRA, you need the security that gold has provided for centuries. Remember, gold has never been worth zero. Capital Gold would like to introduce you to the Home Storage Gold IRA. It's a self-directed IRA set up with all the protection and tax benefits of an LLC. But the big difference in this IRA is you invest in gold and you hold it in your possession. You can't do that with stocks. That's security. You can transfer any type of IRA hassle-free in days. Please call right now and learn more, and we'll waive the $500 setup fee and give you a free safe to store your gold. Call 800-223-0092, 800-223-0092, 800-223-0092. That's 800-223-0092.
This alert just came in. This special announcement is for business owners and leaders of organizations who've been waiting for the right time to build. General Steel has made it impossible to wait any longer with rock-bottom prices that could save you thousands. That's right. General Steel, America's leader in pre-engineered structures, is offering buildings at prices you will never see again. 50 by 100 for under $30,000. You heard right. That's 5,000 square feet under $30,000. Manufacturers, if you need a larger building, try a 100 by 100 commercial building for $129,000. You can't afford to rent with these prices. Imagine a 70 by 100 foot church building for under $69,000. With the economy improving and interest rates still at historic lows, you can't afford to wait.
Call 800-605-5370. 800-605-5370. Call 800-605-5370.
If Ernest Hemingway was alive today, would he say this to you?
Shakespeare, Mark Twain, Edgar Allan Poe, all great writers. And after reading your book, I simply must add you to the list.
Wait, you don't have a book yet. So make a free call to Page Publishing. Their expert staff can help you turn your book idea into a real book, a masterpiece that could someday make the bestseller list in hard copy and digitally all across the world. Page Publishing can help you completely take your idea for a book, write it, and publish it. So if you want to join the ranks of some of the most famous authors in the world, call now for a free information kit. Turn your book idea into publishing gold. Make a free call right now to Page Publishing.
888-785-0618. 888-785-0618. 888-785-0618. That's 888-785-0618.
Biz Talk Radio.
Welcome back to the Garden America Radio Show with Bryan, John, and Tiger. The phone lines are open right now at 855-424-9825. That's 855-424-9825. Or John at gardenamerica.com.
And we thank you for joining us this morning on Facebook Live, however else you're listening to us. John at gardenamerica.com. Questions, comments, also right there on Facebook Live. And we are talking about not only today, but I think what the future holds in store as far as technology with Husqvarna, Tiger.
Yeah, robotic mowers.
Robotic mowers
Wow.
right there, as you can see on Facebook Live.
You know, I was just thinking that my brother Dave lives in a palatial estate in Michigan.
He's watching right now, you know.
And I'm wondering if he had one of these mowers, what would stop it from going onto the golf course next door? And cutting the golf course.
Well, there's boundary wires that you can set, kind of like a invisible fence.
You can
but it
program
also has programmable, GPS tracking and things like that, depending on the unit that you have. But Jeffrey, we got a question here that came across, and it says, what is the lowest setting to cut the grass, or is it set for one height? Will you get into some of the features that the Automower has?
Yeah. So the model that you guys see there is our entry-level model, and we have different cutting heights for all of them. Obviously, with the larger units, you have kind of a greater range. The one that's displayed on the table right now is our entry-level 315. The cutting height is actually adjusted manually, whereas you upgrade to the other models, those are handled with an electronic motor. As far as the cutting height, the smallest unit can go down to, the first setting I believe is, I think, 3 inches of cutting height. We have to convert that because this is a European model. We oscillate between inches and the metric system. So I believe the setting is at 3 inches for the shortest cutting height on that.
Okay. And, there's some other features that people need to know. I mean, I mentioned that you put down a boundary wire to kind of keep it corralled, so to speak, in the spot. It goes back to a docking station where it charges
by itself, obviously.
And also, this can go out in the rain. This can go out at night. It kind of is, you set it once and you walk away, and then it just takes care of your lawn for you. And the benefits is it mulches the product, it mulches the clippings, so that's healthier for your lawn. And then also, one of the things we talked about yesterday with Jeffrey and another rep named Nick is that if you have weeds that are seed weeds, dandelions and things like that, it prevents them from getting tall enough to reproduce seeds, which is a good thing because people don't mow their lawn for a week. Dandelions grow, they get seeds,
right.
They put them back in the lawn, and it's just an endless cycle. If you can stop the cycle by not allowing them to flower, you get less weeds in your lawn. Wow. Yeah. Hey, so Jeffrey, a little bit more. We're going to move over into the battery tools, and
okay.
I brought some in with me today to let you know what I have here. I have the 436 LIB blower. And
not the 436.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah, we'll have to exclude nomenclatures, but I'll explain how those things work.
Yeah, and then the 136 LIL, the trimmer, line trimmer.
Okay. Yeah, just in terms of the numbering, it's more for categorizing our product. For the nomenclature, 400 series unit is generally designed for the commercial end user, so someone who's going to be using our products for professional use, not to the public at large. But it's engineered and designed for full-time use in that sense. The 115 trimmer is our consumer trimmer, and that's a unit that's within the price range for someone who's going to be not having to use that 8 hours a day, 5 days a week as part of their profession. So. The 115 is a great product for someone who's looking to look at taking care of their garden without having to deal with the hassle of gas-powered products.
Now, I'm going to go ahead
and
and
the cool
take
thing
this.
about that.
Yeah, go ahead.
Go ahead, Jeffrey.
I was going to say that some of the cool features about this trimmer is the fact that we really like to cater this to someone who doesn't want to have to hassle that. So oftentimes it could be a lady who doesn't want to have to fill their gas-powered product with gas and have to pull that cord. This is a simple press and play, and it's telescopic, so you can actually adjust the height on that.
Yeah, so I have it here in my hands.
So those are some of the main features.
And, it's pretty cool. I'm going to show everybody that's watching Facebook Live on how it works. But basically, there's a power button that you push, and it gets a green light, and it's on. And then it's got a trigger. And all you do is press the trigger down, and it begins to spin.
Oh,
John got a little scared in here.
I knew you were going to do that.
But check this out: we're inside a radio station right now,
right.
And we've got a weed trimmer here that has it's very powerful weed trimmer, and you just press it. And can you hear that across the radio at all? The mics, are the mics picking that up?
Oh yeah.
And that's it running, very quiet, very easy to use, very lightweight. We're not filled with gas fumes in here in the studio or anything like that, and. Just an easy to use product. And so it's really neat to kind of see something like that because I think other battery tools sometimes just don't have the power.
Right. Well, that's very
these
strong,
ones,
you can tell.
Oh, these ones definitely have the power. And easy batteries, you just throw into a charger, charge it for a few hours, and then it's good to go.
I was just thinking I would really like one of those until he mentioned that he designed it for a lady. Now I don't know.
Well, I think the ease of use and people older and don't have as much I don't know, fortitude to get out there and take care of their lawn and their garden. These are great products for them. Would that be a good assumption, Jeff?
I don't fit the lady
Jeffrey?
category, but the older with,
that's
no fortitude, that fits me perfectly.
Well, the other thing, too, is as you guys mentioned, there's a lot of benefits, but also I think there could be concern because, as you know, this is kind of new. Battery products may be a little bit more expensive up front than the traditional outlet of using gas. However, when we look at the cost of ownership, and we could provide, graphs for this, but the cost of ownership is actually far more economical because what we're trying to do is to show a comparative analysis in terms of performance, for the runtime of a trimmer like that to, a full tank of gas for another trimmer. And what you come to realize is that when you reload and recharge a battery unit, you're only looking at an economic cost of 3 cents per charge, where having to fill a tank of gas could be as much as $3.
$4 now.
Yeah, here in San Diego, yeah.
Or $4,
It's
yeah.
expensive.
Yeah.
Now, how long to get a full charge?
Go ahead.
How long to get a full charge?
That's a great question. So we have a battery charger out there. I don't know if Tiger has a
not a display charger
example
right
of one
now.
there, but we have a variety of different batteries, and so those will dictate kind of the charge time. But you're looking at on average about 30 minutes. So the idea here
that's not
is to be able to get more runtime out of the actual recharge time.
Yeah, because I'm thinking you have to leave it overnight or something, like a lot of equipment.
And we use some of their products on our lawn maintenance crews, and they'll do 10 properties in a day on some of the bigger batteries on one charge.
Wow.
Yeah, it's really amazing. Hey, and so let's move on real quick to the blower here. I wanna get the blower over here because a lot of people look at a battery-powered leaf blower and they just feel there's not enough gust to be able to kind of really make it work. And also,
you're going to disprove that by blowing everything off my console.
I'm going to blow you away.
Okay.
Brian.
All right. I'm ready to be blown away.
But tell us a little bit about some of the blower benefits here when it comes to the battery products.
Right. So, number one, when about battery, you're looking at two major advantages, especially if you're thinking about this for commercial use. You're looking at a significant reduction in noise. So the traditional gas blower is pretty loud, and so with the actual measurement of decibels, you're looking at least half the sound that it outputs. And secondly, the other advantage obviously is the emissions. But what we're trying to do is to be able to create the same amount of CFM, so that's the cubic feet of air blowing out. And we've been able to have this blower perform to a comparable blower that is actually a backpack blower that we make for our customers. So the key advantage here is the fact that you can have something that's emission-free, is quiet, and also is pretty compact and light. The traditional gas-powered unit is going to be significantly heavier as well. So this is something that's compact, it's readily usable, it's quiet, and it's emission-free. There's going to be a lot of cities out there moving in that direction.
I think I need one of those
for that.
Hey, Jeffrey, we're going to take a break real quick, and when we get back, we'll wrap up and finish up talking about some of these amazing tools you presented us with today.
And a lot of people on Facebook Live right now asking questions. I know Nick's been answering some way to do it. Thank you so much. We are going to take a break, as Tiger mentioned. 855-424-9825 or John at GardenAmerica.com.
It's bare root fruit tree season, and you probably have a million questions. Which fruits will grow well here? What are the tastiest fruits? How do I care for them? The answers? They're just a click away with the informative Fruit Tube videos at DaveWilson.com. That's Dave Wilson Nursery, the nation's largest grower of fruit trees for the backyard garden. They have planting tips, taste test results, and links to nurseries in your area that carry Dave Wilson fruit trees. Your harvest to better health begins at DaveWilson.com. FertilomeTreeandShrub.com.
Do you have insects on your roses? Do you have borers damaging your trees and shrubs due to stress or the drought? This is Tiger Palafox with Garden America Radio. Fertilome Tree and Shrub Drench is a great product that will give you season-long protection against many insects. Fertilome Tree and Shrub Drench can act as a preventer or a curative for insects that suck, chew, or bore on your plants. This may be the easiest product to use. Simply measure, mix in a bucket, and pour around the base of the tree. One application can last up to a full year. Protect your trees with Fertilome Tree and Shrub Drench. Find it at your local independent nursery or fertilome.com.
When did your light bulb go off? We're talking about that idea you have for a new product or app. Listen, if you want to make your idea a priority, but you don't know how to get it off the ground, you call Davison, the one company with over 25 years experience and exclusive process that turns ideas into products and apps that are found in retail stores and online. Our team has helped tens of thousands of people, just like you. Call now and ask for our free idea starter guide. We'll show you how to securely get started and protect your idea. Whether you have a patent or not, our process will get your idea ready to get in front of a corporation. Don't let your light bulb of an idea go out. Call Davison now for your free idea starter guide. Davison charges fees for services. 800-213-9256. 800-213-9256. 800-213-9256. Again, that's 800-213-9256. Do you have an old car sitting in your driveway? How would you like to learn a hassle-free way to get rid of it, help kids in need, and get a great tax donation in the process? It's real easy. One simple free call to our car donation hotline is all it takes. Call the Neshama Foundation at 800-721-6723, 800-721-6723. We'll come pick your car up for free and give you a tax donation for the full value of the car, running or not. The value of your unwanted car will go to help kids in need. It's fast and easy. Just call us and your car will be gone and on its way to helping children in 48 hours. And you get a nice tax deduction. Call the Neshama Foundation now to get rid of your car, help kids, and get a tax write-off. Call 800-721-6723, 800-721-6723, 800-721-6723. That's 800-721-6723. Are you ready to leave your corporate job behind and be your own boss? Have you ever dreamed of owning a business? Do you have $50,000 or more sitting around in a 401k? If you answered yes, it's time to invest in yourself by buying or starting a business or franchise. IRS code allows you to use money in a 401k to invest in a business with absolutely no penalties or taxes. Helped more than 11,000 entrepreneurs invest $3 billion in retirement assets into the small businesses and franchises of their dreams. So if you've got $50,000 or more in a 401k and you're looking for a way to start a business, call Guidant Financial now for free information and to learn more. Operators are standing by for your call. 800-570-6630. 800-570-6630. 800-570-6630. That's 800-570-6630.
Are you struggling with addiction or alcohol problems? If you're depressed, drinking, and using drugs, you may need help. And the Affordable Care Act guarantees coverage of substance abuse.
I knew I could get myself out of this. I just needed some hope and some help.
I took the first step to
Call the Addiction Hope and Helpline now for a free assessment with someone who cares. Call 800-547-6533. 800-547-6533.
I feel like I'm losing control. I'm afraid I'll lose my job or even my family.
Call now for hope and gentle recovery programs.
I never thought that I could be somebody who didn't drink and use drugs.
I'm in recovery, getting the help I need.
Call the Addiction Hope and Helpline now for a free assessment with someone who cares. Call 800-547-6533. 800-547-6533. 800-547-6533.
Biz Talk Radio.
Welcome back to the Garden America Radio Show with Bryan, John, and Tiger. The phone lines are open right now at 855-424-9825. That's 855-424-9825. Or John at gardenamerica.com.
And just like that, we are in our final segment, but continuing with a few last-minute questions, Tiger.
Yeah, so one of the things before we left for the break, we were talking about the leaf blower that the battery-operated one, and one of the attributes that Jeffrey was mentioning really popular with is the noise, the decrease in noise while blowing. And, you know, I have one here in studio. I'm going to go ahead and just do a, you know, that's a very powerful blower, but you could barely hear it.
And we're inside of a studio, so when you're outside, the noise is much less.
Exactly. So, you know, beyond like what Jeffrey was mentioning, these tools work. They actually do a great job. It's huge because you don't have to worry about gas, and you decrease a lot of the noise pollution. That's a big problem in our cities nowadays with all the people using all these gas-powered
We got
tools.
people on Facebook saying, I wish I had a lawn just to use all these.
Just to use it all?
Just to use it all. You had a question about a chipper, didn't you, John?
Well, we had someone on Facebook, I believe, wanting to know if they made a chipper also, which I don't know.
Jeffrey, are you still there?
Did we lose?
At this moment.
Oh, there you go.
No.
Hi, Jeffrey. Okay. Not at this moment. No chipper yet, right?
No.
Okay. Eventually, you got to keep reinventing yourselves. There you go.
I know. We have a full offer of products. If you're interested in trying to find exactly our entire product portfolio, you can take a look at our website. We make everything from zero turns, chainsaws, obviously, that's our flagship product.
Sure.
All the outdoor power equipment products that you would probably find, but some of these niche items are a little bit more specialized. So some of the manufacturers have gotten to that, but we haven't. I think we've kind of stuck within our wheelhouse in that sense. We do make log splitters, so if you're out in the mountains, we do manufacture a log splitter.
All right. Hey, so Jeffrey, thanks for joining us this morning. Before
No problem.
You leave us, you know, I know that we've been sharing some of the different websites on our Facebook Live feed. So for people that are listening now and then want to find out more information, you can go to our Facebook Live show and look at the comments. It's, what is it? www.husqvarna, that's HUSQVARNA.com is their main website, and that'll take you to all their product line. Where else could people kind of go? You guys sell to a lot of lawn maintenance equipment companies all over the country.
Right.
Are there any other kind of places you send people for more information?
Well, that's a great starting point. Husqvarna actually has provided an opportunity for customers to locate servicing dealers. So on our website, there's a tab on the top right that says Find a Dealer. So we partner with companies like yourselves to kind of service the population. So for anyone who's looking for a local servicing dealer, you can find our products through our website there. Now, we also sell some of our products in some of the larger mass channel areas like the Lowe's stores. So you can look at Lowe's and see some Husqvarna products there as well. But for some of these really specialized items, you're going to have to go through a servicing dealer. And in that sense, you're going to find us on our website and then click on the Find a Dealer Locator tab and just put in your zip code and you'll find all the servicing dealers in your local area.
All right. Well, thank you very much. Have a good rest of the weekend. And you're off to an event right now, a tree trimming event, correct?
Yeah, there's a tree trimming event in Escondido today, or it's a competition. So we have a bunch of arborists that are using our products, and there's a series of events that revolve swinging through tree branches and cutting tree branches, and it's a pretty fun deal.
All right. Yeah. All right. Well, have a good time. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you, Jeffrey. Do appreciate it.
You too, guys. Take care. Bye.
All right. All kinds of fun toys still here in the studio, which you have to take back with you, Tiger.
Well, it's either that or I'm going to scare John with them constantly throughout the rest of the show.
Just when he least expects to turn one on.
Exactly. Right next to his ear.
I definitely am going to get one of those blowers. I told you.
Yours does no good, you said, right?
No, and horses moved in across the street.
Horses?
Wow.
Yeah.
Into that pasture right there? They let them in there?
11.
11?
11 horses.
Oh, my gosh.
So the dust is just constantly. I mean, you take a look at my car, you think I just don't wash it for months, but it's from coming from across the street.
I don't remember the property across the street. Obviously, it's big enough to have horses.
Well, it was just an open field.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now it's got horses and sheep.
And sheep?
And sheep. Not in the same pens, but.
Oh, no? I wonder if they would share the same area.
So obviously, where you live, you're basically living in farm country, right?
Yeah.
You can have anything.
All of a sudden.
Horses, sheep. You're going to have goats, chickens, everything else moving in.
Chickens, I wouldn't mind. We used to have chickens next door.
I think you ought to get back into chicken business.
I think the coyotes ate all the chickens that were next door, though.
Didn't you have some, what they call them, penguin ducks or something?
Those were Indian runner ducks. That was a long...
You ever seen Indian runner duck?
No, I remember him talking about them, though, and they were fun.
Very cool.
Yeah,
Very
they
cool.
stand up like penguins and kind of run that way.
Yeah.
Yeah, they are kind of cool.
That's very cool.
But anyway, no animals at my house right now, just plants.
And no animals were harmed in the broadcast of this first hour.
That's right.
You want to mention that as well.
A few radio hosts came close to being harmed, but right now, no problem.
You have all your fingers left. Don't worry. Just a couple of minutes to the break, top of the hour, John. Are you noticing any Facebook questions or email questions we could address quickly?
No, because I can't do anything quickly on Facebook, but you guys might be able to come up with something there.
Well, there were a lot of questions about the tools and some different details, and it was nice because Nick, who is one of the other Husqvarna reps, was online at the same time answering a lot of those things. And the wonderful thing that I think Husqvarna does for their products is there's a ton of information out there with YouTube videos and tutorials on how to use them. So as you mentioned, John, you want to get a blower, and finding that information is really easy to be able to find out, where to get them, what you kind of need, and how to use it down the road. Because beyond just the basic use of these tools, there's a lot of good tips. Like, for instance, one of their weed trimmers, and I don't know if anybody else has had this problem, the battery ones, it revolves clockwise, but you can also, just with a flip of a button, make it go counterclockwise. And it's for that time when you're trimming an edge in a lawn. Maybe you guys are looking at me just
I'm with you. I'm following you.
But it kicks out debris into the sidewalk or in an area that you have to sweep up afterwards. Where if you can change the direction of the trimmer, you can kick it into the bed or the lawn area. And I thought that was a huge benefit because that saves me from having to go back afterwards and do a lot more cleanup. I thought that was pretty neat.
It is neat. And I'll tell you what else is going to be neat. The second hour coming up in about 6 minutes after. As we continue with our Facebook Live, stay right with us. Tell your friends, tell your families. The more viewers, the better. John Bagnasco, I'm Bryan May, Tiger Palafox. John at GardenAmerica.com. We're going to take a break. News coming up on many of these fine BizTalk radio affiliates. We are coming back at 6 minutes after. Do stay with us.
The opinions you hear on Biz Talk Radio are those of the hosts, callers, and guests, and do not necessarily reflect those of this station, Biz Talk Radio, its management, or advertisers. The information on Biz Talk Radio does not constitute a recommendation, offer, or solicitation to buy or sell any product or service. If you have any questions about Biz Talk Radio, contact us at 817-274-1609 or at biztalkradio.com. Biz Talk Radio.
USA Radio News with Ron Taylor.
What has been shown is no collusion. No collusion. There's been absolutely no collusion, so we're very happy. We'll see what happens.
President Trump says he's not concerned about what former National Security Advisor Michael Flynn will tell the special counsel in connection to the Russia investigation. In a plea deal yesterday, Flynn agreed to fully cooperate with special counsel Robert Mueller's Russia investigation. The president spoke to reporters this morning before leaving Washington for New York City, where he will attend several fundraising events. There's mixed reaction on Capitol Hill today after the Senate passed a sweeping tax reform bill. Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell called it a great day for the country. The Kentucky Republican said it's been 31 years since comprehensive tax reform was debated and passed. Democratic Senator Ron Wyden of Oregon said millions of Americans must be watching in stunned disbelief as Republicans betray the middle class for the benefit of faceless multinational corporations. The bill passed by a 51-49 vote. You're listening to USA Radio News.
Are you wearing contacts or glasses right now? Imagine this, opening your eyes tomorrow to 20/20 vision. No daily contacts or glasses needed. It can happen, and it is affordable. TLC Laser Eye Centers wants to help as many people as possible achieve 20/20 vision, so they're offering a fantastic price on their premium LASIK experience. TLC uses the latest FDA-approved all-laser LASIK technology, and for less than what you might think. Find out if LASIK is right for you. Call TLC now for a free consultation. 800-978-1515. Be one of the first 50 listeners to call today and get $400 off your all-laser LASIK procedure. That's a savings of $200 per eye. TLC Laser Eye Centers has over 20 years experience and performed over 2 million procedures. Let our team help you. For your free consultation, call now. 800-978-1515. 800-978-1515. 800-978-1515.
President Trump says the new tax package that was ever passed and features the largest tax cut in the history of the U.S.
Tremendous tax reform, but it was the biggest package in terms of tax cuts ever passed in our country.
The president spoke to reporters today before leaving Washington for New York, where he will attend several fundraising events. Money raised will go to Trump's campaign as well as the Republican National Committee. The NYPD is expecting protests throughout the day. The president said people and corporations are going to be very happy with this tax plan.
They're going to get tremendous tax cuts and tax relief, and that's what this country needs. Business tax all the way down from 35 to 20. It could be 22 when it comes out, could also be 20. We're going to see what ultimately comes out.
And the president talked about what happens next with the legislation.
We now go into a conference, and out of that, the House Republicans and the Senate Republicans are going to pick something that will be truly spectacular.
You're listening to USA Radio News.
Everyone loves liberty, so why are you letting other people tell you what's best for your care? Exercise your freedom with Liberty Health Share. Liberty Health Share is a community of people who voluntarily share one another's medical costs. Members are able to take back the freedom to make their own decisions about their health care. Stop letting others tell you what to do. Call us at 855-58-LIBERTY for more information, or check us out online at libertyhealthshare.org. That's libertyhealthshare.org.
A new survey conducted online by Harris Poll on behalf of the Property Casualty Insurers Association of America and the Insurance Information Institute reveals some interesting findings on marijuana use. With more, here's USA's John Clemens.
The Harris poll of over 2,000 adults found 91% of Americans believe driving under the influence of marijuana is dangerous. 87% of that majority indicated those who do are a hazard to others. Robert Gordon of the Property Casualty Insurance Association of America tells us while that may not be unusual, one result was surprising.
Over a quarter of the people polled said that they would be willing to be a passenger of a driver who would consume marijuana. A quarter of the people would put themselves in jeopardy.
Tomorrow's full moon is a supermoon. Astronomers say it's 16% brighter and about 7% bigger than usual. The best viewing time will be tomorrow night just after sunset when it's closer to the horizon. The moon is called a supermoon when its elliptical orbit comes closest to the Earth. The next two full supermoons will happen in January. Dunkin' Donuts is brewing joy across the country this month. On weekdays in December through Wednesday the 20th, at least one Dunkin' Donuts restaurant somewhere in the U.S. will serve up to 500 free medium-sized cups of coffee. The company says franchisees will also donate more than $25,000 to local organizations aligned with the Joy in Childhood Foundation and its mission to bring joy to children whose lives are affected by health issues or hunger. This is USA Radio News.
Greece is cheap.
But the airfare costs a fortune.
Paris?
Not much closer, and again, airfare...
What about Puerto Vallarta?
Let's face it, flying anywhere is just too expensive.
Wait, what's this? Low-cost airlines.
With one call to low-cost airlines, you'll drastically slash your travel costs. We're talking insanely low airline prices to any of your favorite destinations. Where would you like to go? London, Rome, Costa Rica, Australia?
Wow, that's cheap.
So why wait? Call now to learn how crazy cheap it is to fly anywhere in the U.S. or international. Our prices are so low, we can't publish them. The only way to get them is to call to instantly hear the most amazing best deals on airline travel. It's that easy. So call now and start packing.
800-217-5107. 800-217-5107. 800-217-5107. That's 800-217-5107.
Welcome to the Garden America radio show, the country's most listened to gardening program. This is your chance to talk about gardening, horticulture, landscaping, in fact, anything that has to do in the world of gardening. The phone lines are open right now at 855-424-9825. That's 855-424-9825. Or send to john@gardenamerica.com. Now, here's Bryan, Maine, John Bagnasco, and Tiger Palafox on Biz Talk Radio and the Garden America Radio Network.
And just like that, we are back. It is hour number 2. Thank you for tuning in, watching us on Facebook. We are live, obviously, here, Garden America, at 855-424-9825. Also, questions, comments, john@gardenamerica.com, and right there on Facebook Live with all these gadgets and tools still with us. I want to thank Jeffrey for being with us last hour, doing a great job and bringing us up to date on Husqvarna and all the products they provide, especially the blower and, of course, this contraption to my left, which mows your lawn, goes back and recharges itself. I think you just let it do its thing, right?
So awesome.
Very awesome.
Yeah.
And, John, you're going to get a blower from them, aren't you? You said you wanted a blower.
I definitely need that blower.
Because of the horses that moved in across the street.
Well, not only because of that,
okay.
but that's
you're
a big
gonna disrupt
reason.
the horses now?
That's a big reason. No, I'm not gonna take it over to the horses. But anyway, I just like the power behind it and the fact that it only takes 30 minutes to recharge. You know, the one I have right now, I think it's a Black & Decker, and I have to recharge it overnight before I can use it.
Yeah, when you said 30 minutes, that got your attention.
And then it only runs for about, full strength maybe for 5-10 minutes.
Now, doesn't this run for 2 hours? Is that correct, Tiger? Did I see that on Facebook?
It depends on the area.
Okay.
But basically, it charges the battery and runs until the battery's dead. So there's a lot of things that can make that change.
There's variances, obviously.
Yeah,
okay.
It could be the height of the lawn at the time. It could be the if it's a heavy sloped area and the motor's having to run harder, and so there's a few things. But
yeah. I think
but
Bryan was talking about the blower, though.
Oh,
yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I
no,
thought
the
you were
blower.
talking about the motor. Oh,
yeah,
the blower.
well, either one, actually. So,
yeah. But about a couple hours, and then there's different batteries. Yeah. So it's we have them, like I said, in our maintenance vehicles that run on different properties, and the guys love it because they don't have to mix gas anymore. We don't have to carry gas in the trucks anymore, and the batteries do last throughout all their services. So for a homeowner, it would definitely probably get 2 or 3 services between charges.
That's beautiful, and it'll just go back to the charging station itself as far as the lawnmower.
The lawnmower will just automatically.
You don't have to take it there; it just does it.
Exactly.
It knows. It knows all.
It knows.
I like that Tiger said that there's some. He's seen some custom ones that where they're painted like ladybugs.
Yeah, you can decorate
so it looks
it.
like you have a little ladybug going around on your lawn.
That's fun.
Yeah, I like that idea. The second hour we're going to be talking to John Valentino. I'm not sure exactly when we're going to have him on to go.
I think we're in the process of getting a hold of him right now.
We were just talking about some things going on in Michigan because that's where I'm from and where my family's from. And one of the things that he's going to tell us about is a woman in Michigan who could not grow a lawn for years, and how he was able to give her a beautiful lawn in just one season. So we'll talk about that. One of the other things I wanted to talk about, too, was this time of year, we used to get, Bryan, I don't know if you remember, but we used to get questions all the time years ago about how do I bring my poinsettia into bloom,
Exactly.
And you've got to put it in the closet, starting in October, take it out.
All these things to remember.
Right. You don't have to do that anymore.
What?
Because the new poinsettias have been bred to not be affected by day length. So they'll just bloom by themselves.
Well, that's interesting.
Yeah. And the nice thing about that is it also makes them hold up longer when they're in your home. Because when you used to have to black cloth, is what it was called, putting the poinsettias in the dark, commercially they would do that. It really affected the way the plants grew because they're not getting as much chlorophyll in the dark. There's certain humidity levels that are higher than they should be. And a lot of problems for the growers themselves, but then producing weaker plants. So now the with all the new breeding that's been going out, a lot of the poinsettias out there are really pretty tough.
You know, one of the questions we would always get, and I think we dispelled this myth, poinsettias are not poisonous to cats and animals.
They're not poisonous, period.
Period. Right. But that's been something people were worried about for a long time. Can I, have an animal and bring my poinsettia in the house? But they're not. I wonder why that got started.
Well, it got started because poinsettias are in the euphorbia family.
And most euphorbias are poisonous, right?
Well, most euphorbias have a milky sap. And that milky sap, like on the pencil cactus, which is euphorbia.
And my rubber plant outside, the same thing, right? It looks like milk when I cut the branch.
Right, except rubber plants are different.
Okay, not the same family.
No.
Okay.
But euphorbias, which are succulents, you can go blind from putting that milky sap in your eyes.
You keep telling me that when I'm out there, and I get really nervous around it.
Well, you should be. You should be. And some people are especially allergic to it, and other people not so much, but definitely something to watch out for on the pencil cactus. So anyway, since the poinsettia is in that family and has the same sap, I think people just assumed, well, it's poisonous.
Until one day somebody said, you know what, I'm going to see if this is really true. And he tasted it, and he was okay.
No, that was the story with the tomato.
Okay. Yeah, they thought tomatoes were poisonous years ago, didn't they?
Yeah, they used to be grown just as ornamental plants because they're in the nightshade family.
I was going to say they're in the family of very poisonous plants.
And nightshade is obviously poisonous.
And then somebody said, I'm going to just take a chance.
I don't know.
Who are these people?
Well, no, but think about like the crazy things.
Tasting the king's food before it was served.
Well, rhubarb, right?
Right.
Isn't it if you the stems or something is
the leaves are poisonous.
The leaves are poisonous, but then
but the stems aren't.
Yeah, that's just crazy.
So whoever found out that it's okay to eat the stem but don't eat the leaves? I think that to take this to the extreme is the ackee fruit in the Caribbean. Ackee fruit, if it's not ripe, is poisonous. Overripe.
Okay.
But right
you
in
gotta
between,
be at that right time.
When it's just right, if you're the baby bear that gets it just right, it's okay.
If you're the baby bear.
But
okay, so what's that fish they prepare in Japan?
The
puffer fish that is
Fugo?
poisonous unless it's prepared a certain way. Is that right?
Yeah.
And it's a delicacy. And they love it.
That's the blowfish.
Yeah, you know what? I'm not going to take a chance on.
Do you remember the
a
name of that?
Or a fruit that has to be just right.
Do you remember the name of that restaurant in San Francisco, up in the area? Years ago, we either did an article in the magazine or talked about them on the radio show, and it was called Blowfish Sushi to Die For.
I do recall this. Yes.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm not sure I like that name.
Well,
it must be good. To take a chance, that must be really good fish.
I don't know.
I don't think anything's
it's worth
special, especially for John, who has no taste anymore. Maybe that's what you should do. Take all of those death-defying meals.
There you go.
And see which one makes you taste again.
I don't think the fact that whether or not you can taste poison has any effect on how poisonous it is.
How it works when. I want to go back to this ackee fruit for a second. Not ripe, it's poisonous.
Right.
Too ripe, it's poisonous.
Right.
But right when it's ready in between, it's perfect and won't hurt you.
Right.
And I wonder how long that time period is.
I don't know. I wonder if when you go to the supermarket and buy it, if they have an expiration date, that's the one you definitely want to watch.
Right? Instead of saying best if used by, how about you won't die by?
Right.
Yeah. That's ackee fruit. That's amazing. Never heard of that. All right, we're going to take a break and get John Valentino on board, our good friend, to talk about some products and some things that they're working on, John, for 2018, 2017, right?
Yeah, you know what? I also was thinking about Christmas trees because this is probably going to be a big week for Christmas trees, right, Tiger?
Definitely is going to be
Next week will be the biggest, right?
Next weekend will be the biggest, but this is a huge one.
Yeah, this is going to be huge. Last week we had Masako Yamamoto on telling us about using HB 101 in the water for your Christmas tree to help keep it fresher. And we have that special that is on our website at gardenamerica.com where you can get 2 bottles 2 different size bottles in a little gift pack that's a lot of people took advantage of, but we still have more left. But if you want those in time for Christmas, you do need to order those right away.
And I would imagine, depending upon how big your property is and how many plants you're feeding, that could last you almost a year with those 2 bottles because of it's concentrated and it works well. Unless it's your friend who's using it.
Yeah, Joel.
Joel, we love to tease you. You know that.
Well, what happens is that you get such great results from using it that you just want to keep using more and more and more.
And you get immediate results. That's what I've noticed. Okay, I'm going to take a break. I will check on the status of John Valentino, see if he's ready to go for our segment coming up after the break. It is 60 minutes after the hour. Tiger Palafox, Bryan, Maine, John Bagnasco. Thank you so much for tuning in on Facebook Live and listening to us wherever you are. It is 60 minutes after the hour. Stay with us. Garden America coming right back.
Do you have insects on your roses? Do you have borers damaging your trees and shrubs due to stress or the drought? This is Tiger Palafox with Garden America Radio. Fertilome Tree and Shrub Drench is a great product that will give you season-long protection against many insects. Fertilome Tree and Shrub Drench can act as a preventer or a curative for insects that suck, chew, or bore on your plants. This may be the easiest product to use. Simply measure, mix in a bucket, and pour around the base of the tree. One application can last up to a full year. Protect your trees with Fertilome Tree and Shrub Drench. Find it at your local independent nursery or fertilome.com.
It's bare root fruit tree season, and you probably have a million questions. Which fruits will grow well here? What are the tastiest fruits? How do I care for them? The answers? They're just a click away with the informative Fruit Tube videos at DaveWilson.com. That's Dave Wilson Nursery, the nation's largest grower of fruit trees for the backyard garden. They have planting tips, taste test results, and links to nurseries in your area that carry Dave Wilson fruit trees. Your harvest to better health begins at DaveWilson.com.
How old are you? 25, 35, 50, or older? If you have pain, we can help. Do your knees hurt?
Ow!
Let me ask you again. Are your knees killing you?
Oh, yeah. Are they ever?
What about your back? When you bend over, does it feel like this? How about when you get out of bed in the morning? If you're like me, your knees and back feel like this.
Oh, that hurts.
I found a company called the Pain Relief Hotline. They specialize in ways to treat your knee, back, and neck pain without surgery or taking medications. The good news is if you have insurance, you may have little or no cost or out-of-pocket expense. I've used them. It works. Call the Pain Relief Hotline now for free information. 800-303-4607. 800-303-4607. Call now. 800-303-4607. That's 800-303-4607.
You became a nurse for a lot of reasons. You care about people and you love taking care of them. Being a nurse is who you are. But today, many medical facilities require nursing candidates to have bachelor's degrees. So you're probably going to want to have that degree. But you work. You may have a family. How can you possibly fit getting your bachelor's degree in your already tight schedule? With the online RN to BSN Bridge program at Independence University. Our online learning model helps you balance your work, your family, and your desire to move up in your nursing career. Class sizes are small and personal, and we're 100% focused on helping you through the program so you can earn your degree. An IU's online RN to BSN program is accredited by the Commission on Collegiate Nursing Education. Our goal is to help you achieve your goals. Independence University's online RN to BSN program. Call now.
888-904-1986. 888-904-1986. 888-904-1986. That's 888-904-1986.
Here's George Foreman with InventHelp.
Hi, I'm George Foreman. Do you have an idea for a new product or invention? People ask me all the time, George, how do I get my idea in front of companies? How do I get a patent? What do I do next? Do you have the same questions? I'll tell you like I'll tell them all. Call my friends at InventHelp.
Call InventHelp today for free information. InventHelp has been helping inventors for more than 30 years and has sales offices nationwide. InventHelp can submit your invention to companies who are interested in receiving new new ideas. If you have an idea and want to try to patent it and submit it to companies, you should call InventHelp today for free information.
Listen, I can't guarantee a company will be interested in your idea, but I believe every inventor deserves the opportunity to step into the ring and take their best shot. Put InventHelp in your corner.
To get your free inventor's information, call 1-800-351-1453. That's 1-800-351-1453. Again, 1-800-351-1453.
Biz Talk Radio.
Welcome back to the Garden America Radio Show with Bryan, John, and Tiger. The phone lines are open right now at 855-424-9825. That's 855-424-9825. Or John at gardenamerica.com.
Thank you so much for sitting through the break. It is 21 minutes after the hour, second hour, Garden America on this Saturday. Hope you're doing well. We say good afternoon to our friends on the East Coast, 855-424-9825. Want to pick up the phone, call us. Also, John at gardenamerica.com and Facebook Live with your questions. Good friend of us, good friend of the show, I should say, John is back with us, ready to go, Mr. John Valentino.
That's right. John Valentino is the co-owner of John and Bob's Fertilizer Company.
That do so much, so many products.
Actually, I should probably give their correct name, which is John and Bob's Smart Soil Solutions.
There you go. That was my intent when I said they do so many things.
And it's been a while since we've talked to him, so we got a lot to catch up on. I hope we have time. Welcome to the show, John.
Hi, John. Thank you.
Yeah, happy holidays.
I appreciate talking to you.
Yeah, it's great to have you on again. One of the reasons that I wanted to have you on was a few weeks ago you sent me an email, and it was we'll talk a bit about some of your specific products coming up here, but you sent me an email a few weeks ago, and it was you had a customer from Michigan who could not grow a lawn at all. And you sent me before and after photos, and I was just amazed. So I thought maybe you could share that story with our listeners. Let them know what her situation was and what you did to correct that.
Yeah, it's one of my favorite stories because it illustrates the products real well. It's really not about this specific instance, but the results were so dramatic. We see these kinds of benefits in more subtle ways every day in the use of this type of gardening. But this just highlighted the power of this concept in gardening, which is, building the soil through life in the soil. So our friend in Michigan was really depressed because for 3 years she sent me photos of her lawn that looked mostly dead, really. And she went on to explain how her lawn was important to her and how she lived there 30 years and she always had a beautiful lawn. And now her gardener, her local nursery, everything they told her to do didn't work, and she thought she was doomed to a life of dead lawn, which made her feel only half alive. And so I looked at the lawn and asked, what type of diagnosis she had been getting. It was basically diagnosed as a fungal disease that they couldn't seem to get rid of. And we've treated quite a few fungal diseases with this idea of building life in the soil, which, as you guys know, it's what you talk about all the time, is really the way to treat almost every pest and disease there is, that nature's mechanism for dealing with that is soil life. And when we use the types of products that she was using in Michigan, because that's what she was being told to use, it was actually sabotaging her efforts to try to solve the problem, because she was damaging life in the soil. All the chemical fertilizers, the fungicides she was using were all damaging life in the soil. And that life in the soil represented, really, she didn't know this, but her only hope for trying to figure out how to kill the fungus that she had, or manage the fungus that she had and allow the lawn to thrive. So she sent me these photos, and I looked at them. I said I thought I could help her if she would follow my instructions, but I didn't want to say, you need to use all this John and Bob's product and, send me a check for it. So I said, we'll send you what you need. You apply it as I say, and if it doesn't work, you don't owe us anything. If it works, then you can pay the bill. She seemed like an honest lady to me, so I thought I could trust her. So, and the other part of it that I wanted her to do was to document, like once a week, what it would look like, what the lawn looked like as we applied these products. I think we started in June, and I had a lot of photos of the lawn. We started out with heavy applications of our main products, and she was very diligent and really followed my instructions well. She's a lady that it's a 6,500 square foot lawn, and she's 70 years old, and she mows her own lawn every week and applied all the products herself. And in June, after about 2 to 3 weeks, the photos indicated it actually looked worse after starting to apply our products. But, 2 or 3 weeks, they're just barely breaking down and entering the root zone and the soil profile, so I wasn't too discouraged. And about the 4th and 5th week, she was telling me that it was she could see hope that things were changing a little, but I couldn't really tell it in the photos. And but then towards the end of July, you could start to see really big changes. And in August, by the middle of August, it looked like a different lawn, which you saw the photos. It went from mostly dead to, as she described, the best it's been in the 30 years since she lived there. And so I like that example because in a real short period of time, it solves a problem that she'd been trying to solve for 3 years, and it solves it with what you and I think is the most important part of gardening, which is feeding the soil with microbes and food for microbes and attractants for microbes, and allowing those microbes to do the pest and disease fighting, and then allowing those microbes to also produce soil that can produce its own nutrients and feed not only itself but whatever's growing on it. And so from mostly dead for 3 years now to within 2 months, it looked as good as it had ever looked, and so she even paid us. So everything went well, and it's you can apply that same story of success with whatever pest and disease problem you have, or whatever. It seems like everyone has some story of certain plants that aren't performing properly, or bearing properly, or whatever. That's the key to that. And many times those problems are caused by products that you're using that are damaging the life in the soil. And so the key to that is to build that life and unleash that life.
Hey, John, real quick, I've heard this story before, where when you take care of the soil, the plants then return, and it only takes, like you mentioned, what was this, a series of a month to 2 months, right, to see a
this
change?
Is in 2 months, and the thing I like about it is a lot of times you see that seasonally, especially with fungus. You'll see it where where it's the hottest, and then in the fall it gets better. But this, we started when it was the hottest, and it's still in August the hottest.
Hey, John, hate to interrupt.
Wait, we got to go to a break here,
We're going to take a break. Hold that thought, John. This is a great story, and want to continue to give our listeners and viewers a chance to perhaps gain some information on this as well. Garden America, we're going to step aside, take a break. Coming back.
Have you heard about Biz TV? Biz TV is the home for America's entrepreneurs, small businesses, and those who want to succeed in life. It's the first national television network committed to airing original, high-quality, educational, and inspirational programming about real business people. Small businesses drive America forward, generating 64% of all new jobs in the last decade. With over 30 million small businesses in the U.S., shouldn't you be watching Biz TV? With the right kind of ideas, innovation, and education to help fuel the next generation of business owners, is the network you should be watching. Success stories, new ideas turned into businesses, programs full of sales tips, goal setting, how to manage, how to raise capital, and improving work-life balance. BizTV is for those who want to succeed. Visit biztv.com and call your satellite or cable service provider to request BizTV.
Are you married? Do you and your husband both have term life insurance? If you both don't, you should. You have a lot to protect. Call now, get a free quote for your husband, and while you're at it, get a quote for yourself too, because you both need term life insurance. Call now. 800-915-9658, 800-915-9658, 800-915-9658. Rates are at all-time lows. We'll shop over 30 top-rated companies to get you the best possible rates. Term life insurance, it's the perfect way to protect the quality of your family's lifestyle. You and your husband both need term life insurance, so call now for a free quote for the both of you. 800-915-9658, 800-915-9658, 800-915-9658.
Due to an upturn in the economy, Main Street Business Loans has pre-approved the release of millions of dollars in small business funding. Your business may already be pre-approved to receive up to $250,000. We've sent out millions of pre-approval letters. We see the economy growing, and our underwriters believe now is the time to invest in your business so you can grow faster and make more money. And we're prepared to give you up to $250,000 to do it. Your funds can be available in 5 days. There are no application fees, no annual fees, just quick access to up to $250,000. If your business did not receive your approval letter to get up to $250,000, call Main Street Business Loans Approval Desk now.
800-430-7570. 800-430-7570, 800-430-7570. That's 800-430-7570.
This alert just came in. This special announcement is for business owners and leaders of organizations who've been waiting for the right time to build. General Steel has made it impossible to wait any longer with rock-bottom prices that could save you thousands. That's right, General Steel, America's leader in pre-engineered structures, is offering buildings at prices you will never see again. Don't miss these prices. A 50 by 100 for under $30,000. You heard right. That's 5,000 square feet under $30,000. Manufacturers, if you need a larger building, try a 100 by 100 commercial building for $129,000. You can't afford to rent with these prices. Imagine a 70 by 100 foot church building for under $69,000. With the economy historic lows, you can't afford to wait.
Call 800-605-5370. 800-605-5370. Call 800-605-5370.
Do you need a car? Been shopping only to be turned down because of bad credit, low credit, no credit, bankruptcy, or divorce? Guess what? Today's your lucky day, because now you can buy a car, truck, or SUV, just about any vehicle. It's true. Bad credit doesn't matter. No credit doesn't matter. Bankruptcy or divorce, it just doesn't matter. As a matter of fact, your job is your ticket to your new vehicle. We're Auto Credit Express, and we've helped thousands of people just like you. Antonio H. told us, great company, got me connected, and the day I went in, I drove off in the car I wanted. 100% worth your time. Need a car? Get started now and drive off as early as today. Just go to 11ignoremyscore.com right now. That's www.11ignoremyscore.com. Auto financing the easy way. 11ignoremyscore.com. Get started today. Auto financing the easy way.
Biz Talk Radio.
to the Garden America Radio Show with Bryan, John, and Tiger. The phone lines are open right now at 855-424-9825. That's 855-424-9825. Or john@gardenamerica.com.
Thank you so much. It is 35 minutes after the hour. We are back. I'm Bryan Main. Tiger Palafox, John Bagnasco, our guest, and a good friend, John Valentino, who told one heck of a story there. There's proof right there, John, about an example of his products.
Well, he's showing us that there's, no matter how bad your yard seems to be, there's still hope. If you think about the Princess Bride in Miracle Max, mostly dead is still a little bit alive.
And then before we went to the break, I was asking him about, this was only a month or two turnaround on what we thought was a completely dead area, like you guys were mentioning.
Right.
But one of the things I wanted to know, John, was that, okay, we talk about the products that kill the soil, okay, the chemical fertilizers, the chemicals that we put in there, and they're actually killing the soil.
Bacteria,
right.
The good bacteria.
But has there been any research done to how many uses, how much time it takes to kill the soil? Because from my understanding, it's almost instantaneous that when you apply a chemical fertilizer, the salts begin to kill all of that stuff right away, right? John?
They begin to have a negative effect quickly, but it's not like after the first application they kill all of the beneficial bacteria and fungi and protozoa in the soil. And that is why a lot of people use synthetic products, is because I think the effects are incremental over time and you don't see it happening. And you can get great result with one application of Miracle Grow because plants love what Miracle Grow is providing, but it's not clear that the soil doesn't love it. Mm-hmm. And so exactly how, I tell people if they're using our products regularly and if for some stupid reason they want to apply Miracle Grow once per year, it's not going to be a disaster because our products will override that. And they probably would see some quick initial boost from the Miracle Grow in terms of turf color or something right after applying it. But when you apply those on a regular basis and then you mix the application of those with the application, in this case, of things like fungicides, then that is, you can create an almost dead soil pretty quickly. But one application of anything anything like a fertilizer product, that, as you mentioned, it's the salt in it, is I think the effect of it is fairly small with one application. It's just that many people, that's all they use year after year, and then that is not a small effect. That can create completely dead soil.
Okay. All right.
We have some questions, John, that we want to get to.
Yeah, we have a question here for you from a listener, John, and he's asking, how does temperature affect the use of your soil products?
There are times of the year, if we could just pick the times of the year to apply it, because it makes the most sense in that you would get the most value from the product, we would pick very early spring and then probably mid-fall or so. But they can be applied regardless of any temperature, 365 days a year. So usually if there's an issue out there, I say that the sooner you apply it the first time, the better. And maybe it's not in the spring. Maybe it's the middle of the summer. Maybe it's the middle of the winter. That's fine. The products work no matter when you apply them. It's just that if you want to get the most for your money, you would probably end up with a schedule that has them going in early spring and then late fall, mid to late fall. But we, in our work, we're applying them every day of the year, and it's still a good value.
Right.
If it's the middle of the winter and you're applying Nourish Biosol, which is not only going to feed soil, but it's going to feed the plants, then you're probably not going to get the most for your money because the soil, because of low soil temperatures, the soil is basically dormant. and so you run the risk of that nourished biosol starting to break down a little bit and leach through the soil profile without the activity in the soil of the plants and be able to attach itself to roots and so you might not get the full benefit of nourished biosol if you apply it when soil temperatures are very cold. So that's the type of thing that I think he's referring to.
Right.
There are better times of the year to apply it, but even like our maximize and our optimize in the winter would be fine, even though the soil is dormant. It breaks down much more slowly than the nourished biosol, and so it'll start to break down a little bit. And by the time the weather changes, it's already somewhat dissolved in the soil, and then ready to go to work.
Well, that's one of the things to remember about chemical fertilizers, since they're mostly salts, is that when you mix salt with water, it dissolves, and then you do get almost total leaching through the soil during winter months or wet months when the plants can't use it. And it's to a much, much less degree using organics. They basically just sit there until the soil warms up and the plants begin growing. So, as you say, there is some advantage to using organics any time of the year. It just depends on if the weather's comfortable enough for you to go outside and garden, then it's probably comfortable enough for the plants to grow.
Yeah. And I mean, even so, it's, some of these bacteria are growing in really cold environments, even when it's not comfortable for us. And that's amazing to know that the soil is doing things, even though whatever is on top is not.
Yeah. Well, they find bacteria in the soil in the Arctic and Antarctic areas. So there's something that's going on no matter what. Hey, John, we're starting to run out of time, and there's two more things I wanted to cover quickly. One is Tiger and I were talking during the break, and you make a product that I don't know if any other company in the marketplace has anything comparable to it. But you mentioned Miracle Grow. Well, I think this product is a true miracle for the soil, and it's called Penetrate. And if you have a heavy clay soil, it's so frustrating to try to get water to go into that soil. And using your product, it's almost overnight that the soil changes. Maybe you could tell us a little bit about how our listeners could go about improving their clay soils.
Yeah, Penetrate, or under the Penetrate, we have the description liquid biotiller. So that's exactly what it does.
Right.
It's beneficial bacteria in one container. When you buy it, you actually buy two containers. One has the beneficial bacteria, and the other has all the food for the bacteria. And we want to keep them separate until you put it in your soil, and then the bacteria eats the food, and all kinds of miracles start happening in terms of loosening up the soil. But in addition to the beneficial bacteria, there's also saponin in the product, which is a soil penetrant. That not only acts as food for the bacteria, but it acts as a way to immediately improve the exchange of air and water in heavy clay soil, which is what needs to be done in order to open up heavy clay soil. So it's a product that is really the first step to changing soil. We can change everything about soil by introducing soil life, and the Penetrate would be the first step to doing that. And we've even had really nice testimonials from people in Georgia telling me that it changed their Georgia red clay. So that's quite a testament. Easy to apply. Probably feel like there's not much going on there, but you apply it at 8 ounces. It's 4 ounces of the bacteria, 4 ounces of the food per 1,000 square feet, and you just apply it with a hose-in sprayer or a backpack sprayer or anything like that, and then it goes to work. And it, as you said, it really is effective at opening up heavy, dense soils that sometimes that you can't even put a shovel into.
Yeah,
well, I just put mine on with a watering can. The next day, it was
it's amazing.
Yeah, it was nice and loose. Yeah. Now
some people dig a hole and then mix it in a hole, That's another one, and then that's very localized.
Now we saved the best for last.
And if, okay.
Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead.
Well, I was going to say that you had a Christmas present for our listeners.
But we're going to go to a break, and I want to make sure that people hear this loud and clear.
Oh,
so,
okay. Grab a pencil, too, to write down this information.
Stick around. We're going to take that break coming up here and come back with that information. For the holidays, Christmas season from John and Bob's. Great products, no doubt. If you've used it before, then you're buying them again. We can almost be certain of that. John at GardenAmerica.com for your questions, comments. Also, Facebook Live as we continue. One more segment coming up on this Saturday morning, Saturday afternoon, depending upon where you are. I'm Bryan, Maine, Tiger Palafox. John Bagnasco coming back with John Valentino wrapping things up.
This is Joe Lample from Growing a Greener World. With the environment in mind, I recommend Milorganite Organic Nitrogen Fertilizer for all your growing needs. From plants to people, active growth requires energy, nutrients, and a balanced diet. Nutrient-rich Milorganite feeds the soil and plants for up to 3 months. The organic nitrogen is slow release and won't burn plants even during hot, dry weather. Trust the fertilizer, proven effective for 90 years. Milorganite, for better results naturally. Visit Milorganite.com for a garden center near you.
Do you have a small yard and think you don't have the room for fruit trees? Well, think again. Dave Wilson Nursery wants to show you how to grow great-tasting fruits like peaches, apples, pluots, and much more in small areas, even in patio containers, too. It's called Backyard Orchard Culture. You get step-by-step information via the Fruit Tube videos at DaveWilson.com. That's where you'll find the closest nursery to you that carries Dave Wilson's quality fruit trees. Start the backyard orchard of your dreams at DaveWilson.com.
Tired of paying outrageous prices for Viagra? Well, now you can finally get Viagra at huge discounts. Healthy Man allows you to save up to $500 on Viagra. Why pay U.S. pharmacy prices of $15 per pill or more when you can get Viagra for less than $3 a pill? Call today and get 40 Viagra pills for only $99. This can cost as much as $600 at your local pharmacy. You can't afford not to call us. If you want Viagra at the lowest prices, never pay $15 a pill pharmacy prices again. Get Viagra for less than $3 a pill. Call 1-800-521-9579 today and save up to $500 and get 40 pills for just $99. Healthy Man is fast, easy, and affordable. Operators are waiting at 1-800-521-9579 to take your call right now. Call 1-800-521-9579. That's 1-800-521-9579. Again, 1-800-521-9579.
Attention business owners and independent contractors. This is a money-saving message from Tax Mediation Services. If your business owes $20,000 or more in taxes, we can help you today, right now. Listen, dealing with the IRS is no picnic. It's an intimidating and extremely stressful process, and you don't want to go it alone. Our attorneys know every law, every tax break, and every possible opportunity to help you resolve and reduce your tax debt. And if you owe more than $20,000, you may be at the top of their hit list. So don't take your tax debt lightly, because it will not go away on its own. The IRS can seize your bank accounts, your home, and even shut down your business. Call our tax experts today at 1-800-711-6812 and let us deal with the IRS while you focus on your business. That's 1-800-711-6812. Again, that's 800-711-6812.
If you're suffering from hearing loss, stay tuned for a special offer from the makers of Listen Clear, a revolutionary hearing aid breakthrough designed by top audio engineers to fit your ear almost invisibly. Right now, you can try Listen Clear hearing aids absolutely free for 45 days. You can also qualify for free shipping and free batteries for life. Listen Clear hearing aids are so lightweight and comfortable, you can wear them all day long. They're practically invisible, too, so others won't even notice you're wearing them. And the best part is, you'll be able to hear almost everything, everywhere. So do something about your hearing loss. Call Listen Clear now to get started with your 45-day risk-free hearing aid trial. This special offer won't be available for long, so call Listen Clear now.
800-716-4650. 800-716-4650. 800-716-4650. We're here 24 hours a day to help. That's 800-716-4650. Investing is a long-term process. How many times can you think of in the last decade that the stock market has destroyed retirement funds for people just like you and me? For your existing IRA, you need the security that gold has provided for centuries. Remember, gold has never been zero. Capital Gold would like to introduce you to the Home Storage Gold IRA. It's a self-directed IRA set up with all the protection and tax benefits of an LLC. But the big difference in this IRA is you invest in gold and you hold it in your possession. You can't do that with stocks. That's security. You can transfer any type of IRA hassle-free in days. Please call right now and learn more, and we'll waive the $500 setup fee and give you a free safe to store your gold. Call 800-223-0092, 800-223-0092, 800-223-0092. That's 800-223-0092.
Biz Talk Radio.
Welcome back to the Garden America radio show with Bryan, John, and Tiger. The phone lines are open right now at 855-424-9825. That's 855-424-9825. Or John at gardenamerica.com.
Hey guys, just like that, our final segment as we want to talk about some holiday gift ideas, John, with John Valentino.
Yeah, you know what? Before we get into that, though, we should take care of this. We did have another question for you, John, from a listener. And this listener wants to know if you have an amendment that you can add to compost.
You know, both penetrate, because it has beneficial bacteria and food for bacteria, and maximize, which is a granular version of, also has lots of microbes in it and food for microbes, as well as a little bit of high quality compost in it itself. Both of those are good for encouraging the type of process that you want to encourage when you're making a good quality compost. So both of those, that's not what we market them for. That's not what's discussed on the label, or that's not what's going to, we don't think that's the most convenient, economical way to use them, but they will work great for that. Compost is a fantastic way to change your soil, and what our products represent is really a shortcut to making compost, and making large quantities of compost can be time-consuming and prohibitive in many ways, just from a space standpoint. So these products are concentrated and make it where you're getting all the benefits of compost without having to focus on all the inconveniences of it.
And John, prior to the break,
the answer is yes.
Oh, yes, okay. Prior to the break, I mentioned you had a holiday gift for our listeners, and do you want to tell us what that is?
So what we'd like to offer is a 20% discount by going to our website, johnandbobs.com, buying any products on there, which many of them would make excellent Christmas gifts. We even have some little kits that are for certain types of gardeners. There's little gift kits on there for tomato gardeners and vegetable gardeners and such.
Yeah, there's a rose gardening kit that says what is it, the package, and then there's gloves and little tools that come along with it.
Right. Yeah, so any of those would qualify for the 20% discount from Garden America. You would enter Garden 20 in the appropriate spot as you're purchasing whatever you need to purchase, and if the purchase comes to $80 or more, there's no shipping fee, which is the standard benefit of shopping on our website. But the not so standard website benefit is the 20% discount by entering your Garden 20 code.
Okay, and is it case sensitive? Is it all lowercase garden?
No, I don't believe it's case sensitive at all.
Okay. 20, Garden 20, and you get 20% off anything on the John and Bob's website. And if it totals $80, it's shipped for free. And fertilizers are kind of heavy.
Yeah, that can be expensive.
So yeah, you're going to save a lot.
That for Christmas, and then your friends that garden, your friends and family members that garden will be ready as we get into January and February, and can start building healthy soil.
Well, there you go.
Excellent.
Not only healthy from the standpoint of what it looks like, but healthy from the standpoint of producing vegetables and fruit full of all kinds of micronutrients and enzymes and such.
John, thanks so much for taking the time to be on our show today, and we want to wish you and your family the happiest of holidays and hope to talk to you again soon.
Well, Bryan and Tiger and John, I appreciate it very much. I enjoyed our talk, and happy holidays to you. I hope I can talk to you again soon.
All right.
Thank you.
We do, too.
Enjoy.
Thank you so much. Take care. You know what? The original story that he told about the lawn, somebody who thought there's no hope, this is just the way it is, and then getting advice from outsiders who thought treat it this way, treat it that way, nobody even thinking about the biology of what's underneath.
Well, you know, I wasn't going to bring this up, but now that you mentioned that, I think I will. There's a famous company, and I won't mention their name because who knows, maybe they'll advertise with us someday. But they tried to amaze people by growing a lawn on a driveway.
Mm-hmm.
And they showed their products were so good that you could grow a lawn on a driveway. And it was true, it did grow. But it's the same thing with, somebody who's hooked on drugs and they use drugs all the time. It might be great the first few times you use it, but after that, just to maintain, you need those drugs constantly. That's the same thing with growing a lawn on a driveway. What's beneath the roots is totally dead. So that's the same thing with the soil that John Valentino was talking about. You know, if that soil's dead underneath and you stop providing the, quote, drugs that the plants need to grow, they're going to immediately die.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just not a good situation. While it can be done, it'd be much better to grow a lawn on a good, rich soil rather than concrete.
Sure. Absolutely. Okay, just about a minute and a half before we say goodbye and wrap up today's show. John, what are your takeaways?
You know, rather than takeaway, I'd like to give right now because
it's that time of the year.
It is that time of the year, and we've still got we've been getting a lot of orders for Christmas gifts on our website.
Our HB 101 package is fabulous.
That's probably been the best seller, but also we have the Garden Gators tote bag, which is great for anyone who's working out in the yard. You just wrap this thing around your neck, and it's like a carrying pouch in front that you can put in weeds and whatever. And then when you go over to the trash can, the bottom just drops out, and then you can start working again. There's a place to put your cell phone, pruning shears. If you go to the website and take a look at it, it's a great deal. And we have that at 1/3 off the regular price.
Okay. And that's gardenamerica.com.
And that's only through December 18th.
Okay.
And then it goes back to the regular price. So, yeah, take a look. I think the regular price is like $45, and now you can get it for $29.95 or something.
Okay,
like
so go
that.
to gardenamerica.com. That's where you'll find everything we just talked about, plus signing up for the newsletter, and also the trip to England, which is just pretty much sold out. Almost.
Well, we still have, last I heard, we had 7 spaces left.
Okay.
So, yeah, if you want to be a real hero for the holidays.
What a fun trip that would be to give, right?
What a great gift idea.
So that's gardenamerica.com. Don't forget that. Hey, thank you so much for tuning in, watching us on Facebook Live. Thank you for listening to us wherever you are. For the entire crew, I want to thank Jeremiah. I want to thank Brandon. I want to thank Zach, all the people who keep things rolling from the mothership at BizTalk Radio. For the entire crew, I'm Bryan Main, John Bagnasco, Tiger Palafox. Thank you so much. Enjoy the rest of your week and have a safe week. We'll do it again next Saturday. Till then, get growing, America. Take care.